Hi, Kelly. Thank you for joining me today and talking a little bit about the film and TV charity.
Hello.
Hiya.
Right.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about what you know about the charity?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I personally became aware of the Film TV charity in 2020 when Sarah got involved, but I know you guys have been around for a lot longer. The charity does incredible work to support people working in our industry, and on a case-by-case basis supports people impacted, whether that might be financially or mentally. There's a lot more awareness and understanding surrounding mental health and well-being in recent years, so the work you do is more important than ever. I know that you developed a whole picture toolkit within the last few years, a free and online reference point that is used to ensure productions are a mentally healthy environment. When I think of the film and TV charity, one that comes to mind, and that is support. With the cost of living crisis we're all going through at the moment, the charity provides invaluable support to our industry as a whole and those who work within it. So, can you tell me a little bit about who the charity supports?
Yeah, well, thanks, Kelly, and thanks for your description of the charity. I hope other people, think about the charity in the same way. It's nice to hear. So as you've said, we've been around since 1924, so we've been around a long time, and our mission hasn't changed much in nearly 100 years. So back then, industry leaders wanted better lives for their workers and were really committed to providing the vital support through times of economic uncertainty. And it's something that we're going through again, nearly 100 years later. And so we're still providing support for anyone working behind the scenes in film, TV, and cinema who may be struggling. So our aim is to look after the social, financial, and mental well-being of people working in our industry and to make the industry's workplaces happier, healthier, more diverse, and more productive. So we support a high number of freelancers and have a dedicated area for them on our website called the Freelancer Hub. And we try to create a sense of community for freelancers, as we know that often it can be quite isolating to work in silos, or more often to work just by yourself day in, day out. So if there are ways that we can support community groups in the industry, we do our best to get involved. And we developed the Whole Picture Toolkit, as you said, for mentally healthy productions, which was built in collaboration with professionals and freelancers. Really important that we got them on board, people with lived experience and other experts from across the industry, because everybody really wants to make things better and improve the working culture in the industry. And for any of the things that I mentioned or will mention about the charity, you can find details on all of these things on our website.
Can you talk about what kind of support is available for people?
Yeah, so there are lots of ways that we, help our industry colleagues. And our flagship, I think our flagship resource is our 24/7 film and TV support line, which can help signpost users to specific grants if they're in financial difficulty, or if they have legal questions that they need help with answering. And for some people, that can really be make or break for them with a production, or even just staying within the industry. So that is really important. We can provide counselling or therapy sessions for those that are having issues with their mental health and their well-being. And the support line gives people behind the scenes the opportunity to be heard, and I think more importantly to feel that they've been listened to. We pride ourselves on being a listening ear for the industry. And then in 2021, we launched our bullying advice service to help people combat the issues around bullying and harassment in the industry. And our own research uncovered that nearly 9 in 10 workers have experienced or witnessed bullying in the workplace. You know, the service is providing a safe space to help people talk about that and find remedies, you know, for reporting it. And we offer stopgap grants to help when someone's facing financial shortfalls. And recently we've introduced a brand new grant, which is the Sir Horace Ove grant. And that's for people from Black and global majority backgrounds to access career opportunities in the industry. I think it's important that we do our bit as a charity to create equity in the industry, or do our best to help with that, for people from underrepresented backgrounds. So there's quite a lot that we offer. The examples I've given aren't exhaustive. There are other things that we provide, other services we provide, but we'll continue as ever to create and build new resources as it becomes obvious that, you know, the industry really needs them.
I've heard a bit about the winter fundraising campaign you're running at the moment. Can you tell me a little bit about it and where the money that gets raised goes to?
It goes to all the services we've just mentioned, but it also allows us the opportunity to pivot when we need to and create new resources or packages of support as the need arises. So, for example, during COVID, the industry really pulled together, and I think it should be a source of pride for the industry that we were able to do this. Everybody rallied together, and we were able to provide millions of pounds in support packages for those who really needed our help during that time. And so as the cost of living crisis began to unfold, we built on the financial services that we provide by creating and signposting people to some of our more up-to-date resources. So we've got things like budget tools and financial planners, so that people in the industry can really build on their financial resilience and ease some of the pressures that they're feeling right now. So an example of that might be, you know, getting more resilient at putting your invoices in as a freelancer and making sure that you get paid on time. And then, of course, our 24/7 film and TV support line is always running in the background, 365 days of the year, to help people in emotional or financial distress. And those in the greatest need are eligible for up to 6 sessions of counselling for free. And that's usually set up within a few weeks, which, if you compare that to the NHS referral process, that is extremely quick, and we're getting vital, essential help to people when they need it and getting it to them quickly. So I think that's something that we should highlight.
You know, with the cost of living crisis that we've got at the moment, can you tell me why it's actually more important than ever that people who can afford to donate to the charity?
Sure. Well, you know, we know that times are tougher for everybody at the moment, but there are people in the industry right now who, you know, the cost of living crisis is making things even tougher. And that's on top of the lasting effects of the pandemic and the challenges that brought. And then the other thing is that, you know, post-pandemic production boom has resulted in a lot of burnout for a lot of freelancers, I think, who felt that they needed to take every and all jobs offered, because, you know, that potentially they hadn't earned for some time, or they hadn't had stable income for a lot of that time. So on top of seeing more contact around mental health issues, at the moment we're seeing increasing numbers of people contacting us for the very basics, such as rent and bills. So we're not talking about those extras that the charity might be able to provide. We're talking about the very, very basics, which I think will highlight for many how bad the situation can be, or is, for a lot of people in the industry. So based on our calculations, 3,000 to 5,000 industry workers are at real risk of being pushed into in-work poverty. And I think everyone would agree that that's a massively alarming statistic, and makes our point, really, why the services we provide are vital for our friends and colleagues in the industry. the ask is a simple one, really. We're asking everyone who can, and like you say, anyone who can afford it, to donate to this year's Winter Appeal. And you can do so by visiting our website, which is filmtvcharity.org.uk. Even £10 can make all the difference in helping us provide our services to the industry. I think we're very proud as an industry, and we should be, that the Film and TV Charity is made by the industry and for the industry. And with more support, we can help more of the people who need us and need our services.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Susie, for telling me about the winter fundraising campaign. It's been really nice speaking with you.
It's been really nice to meet you too. Thank you very much, Kelly.